We are delighted to be joined by our Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri N. Chandrababu Naidu Garu. May I request him to join us on stage. Also taking the pleasure of inviting Mr. Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Minister of Roads, Transport and Highways, Government of India. May I also take the pleasure of inviting on stage Mr. Rajiv Agarwal, CEO and MD, SR Ports. Also inviting Mr. M.T. Krishna Babu, Chairman, Visakhapatnam Port Trust.
And both we no better place than Vizag and Andhra Pradesh to discuss this subject in detail. Because two of our industrial corridors are actually passing through Andhra Pradesh. East Coast Industrial Corridor, of which Vizag-Chennai is a part, which is being implemented, and the Chennai-Bengaluru Industrial Economic Corridor that is also passing through Andhra Pradesh. So a very warm welcome to everyone. We have a power-packed panel today. We have an extremely dynamic Union Minister for Transport, Mr. Gadkari. We have an extremely dynamic Chief Minister.
Of all these city development plan, state governments are being developed. You see the size of these investment plan, 84 square kilometers.
I'm happy to share with you information on ADB's support to the ECEC. The presentation touches upon the global context and then provides an overview of the ECEC work that we are involved in, which is being undertaken in a phased manner. First, the global context. There are successful industrial corridors across the globe. The Boston-Washington corridor, the Rhine-Shen Delta, the East Coast Economic Region along Peninsula Malaysia, and the Tokyo-Osaka corridor. In the Asia-Pacific region, a prime example of economic corridors is in the Greater Mekong Sub-region, or GMS, which is ADB's flagship regional cooperation program. The GMS development started in 1990. Here we see the progress in implementing GMS projects worth around 11 billion US dollars. Establishing economic corridors is a holistic strategy that helped the GMS achieve impressive physical connectivity.
Which are dispute-free, which don't have any encumbrances, and all that. It is Dholera, where the work is going on. The land allotment policy has been finalized, and land is so good and so it's free from encumbrances. Acquisition is going on in fast swing in some of the patches, but we are going ahead with the master planning, and by the end of the year, we would actually do the groundbreaking and start the work. Second node is coming up in Tamil Nadu, in Plenary, and third one is coming up in Karnataka, Tumkur. These three are being taken up in phase 1, and these actually the CBIC will become the most competitive hub, because today itself, if we see in terms of urbanization, in terms of manufacturing's contribution to the GDP, all these three South Indian states actually contribute 20% to country's GDP. They are highly urbanized, and I think they will get the most benefit from all these ICs. The growth will go up, the jobs will go up, contribution will go up, and I am sure the whole place will become a happening place. Connectivity to the port will actually help all investment. Actually, they can do their exports from here. And the whole planning, as I said in the beginning, will be on a key sustainable model, which is everybody is talking about. All these cities will be sustainable with 24/7 water supply, 24/7 power, integrated waste management system, integrated common effluent treatment system, and all activities will be controlled by ICT mechanism. We also have an important project. I think this is again something, it will be one of the biggest in South Asia. We are developing
the second corridor that is being implemented. Third will be the Chennai-Bengaluru. So thank you, Alkesh. I'd like to invite now Johanna Boestel, Principal Economist of Asian Development Bank, who are in charge of this VCIC project.
Good morning. Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Naidu, Honorable Minister, Mr. Gadkari, distinguished panelists, distinguished guests. The ADB has been involved in economic corridors in India since 2014. The ongoing transformation and shift of the global manufacturing landscape is creating unique opportunities for India. Not only are wages in China continuing to rise, but Vietnam, for example, a country that has been able to grab a much larger pie of the global manufacturing network, now finds it's plateauing for the reason that its services sector is not sophisticated enough to help manufacturing expand. And clearly, India is very well poised to take advantages of both these developments. It has an abundance of cheap labor, and it has a highly sophisticated services sector. Industrial corridors are a crucial, and one could even argue, probably one of the most important policy instruments to make sure that India can really jump into this breach of a special
transfer and transformation.
And with a 7.6, 7.8% growth, I think we still have to go a long way. And what we need to do, as we have seen in the session in this morning as well as yesterday, that we need to enhance, we have to actually leapfrog. We actually have to go to look at a double-digit GDP growth. We also have to create employment opportunities for our youth. You know, we have one of the largest youth population in the world. So we have to have employment opportunities for them. We have to create an export model of economic growth. And we also have to ensure that what we do is sustainable. I think keeping these objectives in mind, this is when Government of India had decided that we should create these industrial corridors. And it is this model which actually is going to take us to a leapfrog to see that we achieve this 25% growth in manufacturing in next decade. I think when we talk about industrial growth, we started with Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, DMIC project, and now Government of India has announced 5 more projects. So we have 5 ICs, and of course, on top of that, an important initiative of Government of India has been that there is an overarching body now which looks after all the industrial corridors, and that is called National Industrial Corridor Development and Implementation Trust. NICDIT has come into being. So and this is an important step which will definitely take India forward, because what we are going to do in these 5 industrial corridors, as you see, it has become a diamond, a pentagon of ICs covering almost the whole of India. And they have important backbones. If you look at DMIC, it is on the backbone of Western Dedicated Freight Corridor, DFC. We have the Eastern DFC going the world over, communities have been working. It's a plug-and-play infrastructure, and the whole city backbone will actually be done on the ICT spine. There will be land for 25 plots. We have Vikram Udyogpuri project in Madhya Pradesh, close to Ujjain. Again, the work has started and land allotment has started. Important project is Integrated Industrial Development Township in Greater Noida.